I've gone ahead and cleared our page out. I got rid of all the bouncy ball code that we didn't end up working all the way through, but that was kind of just a throwaway little example just to show some of the toolkit here. But with Ask Mode, the way you're going to activate Ask Mode is with Command L. So unless you've changed that hotkey, Command L will get you into Ask Mode. And you can see over here in the AI side panel, the agent mode, which is the default mode, is now switched to Ask Mode. So you can, of course, use the drop down if you prefer, but the hotkey for switching back and forth between agent mode, Command I, and Ask Mode, Command L are those two hotkeys. Again, Windows, that'll be Control instead of Command, and you can customize these hotkeys as well for any of the modes that you use. But typically, most people are going to either find themselves working in agent mode, Ask Mode, or maybe a custom mode that you've created, which we'll talk about in a couple lessons here. But Ask Mode differs from agent mode in that Ask Mode is read-only. Ask Mode is very much an ask, don't write new code mode. So if you have questions about your code base, you're going to want to use things like Ask Mode. So we're trying to understand, like, let's actually start taking advantage of some of the tools that we used in the previous lesson, right? Let's do code referencing. Let's access that tab page. So we can do tab page, hit return there. That's gonna add this page, and we can just say, what does the tab page do? We're gonna get an answer here. And one of the things that won't happen is the agent over here in the AI side panel is not gonna write any new code. So Ask Mode comes in handy anytime that you need to ask about your code base, which happens very often in the day-to-day job of software developers or people just working on their own projects, right? Maybe it's been a week or two since you've worked on a particular feature and you forgot how something works, right? Ask Mode is a really, really good candidate for getting answers, right? Because it's not going to go, you won't have like one of these models that's going to go try and edit like 5 different files at once. It's going to be like, okay, you are not allowed to write any new code. You can't generate code. You can't delete code. You can't edit code. You can only read the code and answer my questions. And that is exactly what Ask Mode is meant for. Okay, so it's going to have read-only access activated. There will be no write access. So anytime you want to ask a question, get an answer really quickly, Ask Mode is a really, really good thing to be familiar with. Cursor is actually migrated since the last time we've done this course. So from Cursor Course 2.0, this used to be its own it used to be that there was Cursor Chat, Cursor Composer, and Cursor Agent. Now everything is Cursor Agent with different modes inside of it. So if maybe it's been a while since you've used Cursor or something, Ask Mode now is just what Cursor Chat used to be, because Cursor Agent is by default the only mode you have. I should probably be careful about how I use mode. But the way Cursor works these days is you work within the AI side panel with Cursor Agent, and then Cursor Agent has different modes, and then Cursor Ask is the mode that you want to use for read-only access. Okay, so if you are only getting questions, only want answers to your question rather, and you don't want any code edited, then Ask is going to be your best friend, and it is activated with Command L, right? We want a new chat, we could do Command N, Command L, go into Ask Mode, Command I, back to Agent, Command L, back to Ask, and vice versa. So definitely a workflow that you're going to want to have in your pocket because you're going to be using this all the time in your day-to-day workflows.